fight, we got a middleweight fight here between Brendan Allen and Karl Roberson. Karl Roberson, 9-3 record, 30 years old, coming out of New Jersey. Brendan Allen, 25 years old, coming out of Louisiana. I believe he's training out of Sanford MMA now, not Rufus Sport anymore. Karl Roberson training out of Killer Bee Combat Sports. Karl Roberson has quite a few finishes, not too many as you would think of as a former Glory fighter. He does have 2 KOs to his name, 4 submissions, 3 decisions. All 3 of his losses coming by submission. To not slouches either. It looks like he got losses to Glover, Cesar Fiera, and Marvin Vettori. So all solid competition. Definitely not a slouch. Definitely can't get called a slouch losing on the ground to those guys. Even before the Vettori fight, he had a submission, rear naked choke, almost sunk in on his own. Going in with Brendan Allen, he is definitely the better grappler here. 15 wins with 8 submissions and 5 KOs. 2 of those wins coming by decision. 4 losses by 4 of his losses, 1 KO, 1 submission, and 2 decisions. So doesn't look like he had too many issues on the feet, except in his last fight. He did get knocked out by Sean Strickland in the second round. It was a pretty nasty knockout. I don't know how long ago that was. It was about 6 months ago as well, so 5 months ago. So
that was the one when Sean was talking all that shit, and after each punch, I said, "Just fall already."
Oh yeah,
it was a great fight.
That was a
great fight,
right.
and Karl Roberson, again, man, he's fought. The names that he's fought is ridiculous. I mean, Marvin Vettori, one of the top dogs at 85 in his last fight, almost had him in a rear naked choke, and then gets rear naked choke. In the same round. He got a win against Wellington Tremaine. Big loss to Glover, but everybody loses to Glover. But then, I mean, even back to kickboxing, I mean, the guy fought Jerome LeBanner in a kickboxing match. He fought Dustin Jacoby in a kickboxing match. I mean, this guy is no slouch. And, he's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, he has a submission win over Darren Stewart, man. That's
huge.
solid. That's solid for a Glory kickboxer.
He's a jack of all trades. He definitely, I definitely think Karl is going to try to keep this one on his feet. He will find himself in trouble if this fight does hit the floor. I think Allen is going to try to spend a lot of time on top control. For Allen himself, he had that loss to Sean Strickland, like we mentioned. He did have big wins against Kyle Dawkins, Tom Breeze, and loudmouth Kevin Holland, which he also choked out back in 2019 with a rear naked choke. So we are in for a good one for this one. Allen, he does have, wins two different. These are kind of 2 different kind of style of guys going up against each other. I do think Allen is gonna get the win. Me personally, I believe it's gonna. If this does hit the floor, I think he's gonna spend more time on top, possibly ground and pound him or grind him out to a decision. The MyBookie odds, they have Brendan Allen at -150. And Baby K Robinson at a +120, so it could go either way, man. This is close to a pick'em. You can't, we're definitely in for a great fight, but it's hard to argue either way on this one.
Yeah, they have the over set at 1.5 -145, so over is juice. These people think it's gonna go over for sure. The under coming in at +115. I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure. Karl Roberson is not a slouch on the floor. I definitely think he can keep this up, keep this standing, and keep it on the feet. If Brendan Allen cannot mix it up on the feet, which he doesn't do too well too often, I think it's going to be a very long night for him. I see Karl Roberson getting the win, possibly somewhere in the second round. That under 1.5 might be a little iffy, but I would definitely take Karl Roberson. I don't see Brendan Allen staying on top of him for too long. The man got some chops down there. He's topped out Darren Stewart himself. The only people he's been actually dominated by are the absolute upper echelon of the division. I don't believe Brendan Allen is there yet. He can prove me wrong. I'll be waiting to see. But I'm going to go ahead and take Roberson on this one. And if you had to pick a over or under, I would probably lean on the over.
Gonna be a great fight. I got Allen. He got Roberson. We'll probably make a gentleman's bet on this one and see what happens.